So for our first dinner this week, I used one of these Nando bacon bag or bag and bake peri-peri kits. This was paprika and lime, and you get a little sachet of seasoning and a paper bag basically to put your chicken in, and you then put this in the oven. So tonight we have got a Nando's style dinner. We have got southern fried corn on the cob. These are TGI Friday ones that I got in Iceland. We've got some onion rings, some fries, some halloumi, the Nando chicken bag and bake or bacon bag, I can't remember what it's called, and some cherry tomatoes. That's all the salad I actually wanted. I was going to do like a full lettuce, cucumber and that, but just opted for tomatoes. So this is what is for dinner tonight, and this is supposed to be quite mild, but it's really spicy, so I'm not going to mention it. So for our next meal, I decided to make a salmon stir fry. So I just got some monge 2, some pepper, red onion and mushrooms in a pan, and I added some Chinese seasonings and some soy sauce, and then I just cooked off some salmon. I fry it really hot first on the skin side down so it gets nice and crispy, flip it over and pop a lid on. Then I combined 2 different noodles that we had in the cupboard. One was a leftover baldak noodle and the other one was the ones that I get in B&M. And I added those in, and we just served the salmon over the top of that, and loads of sweet chilli sauce and some chilli flakes as always. This was absolutely delicious, and I'm really craving salmon now I'm watching this back. So for tonight's dinner I have made, well I haven't made actually, I have cooked these chicken patties. These are the authentic Jamaican patties by the Original Patty Co. We absolutely love these, they're really nice. £1.39 I believe for 2 in Farm Foods. And it's a succulent piece of chicken cooked in tasty Jamaican secret family recipe sauce and baked in a golden flaky pastry. They are so good. I've just done some of these and some oven chips. That's basically it tonight, but really good, and they're definitely worth the money. So for tonight's dinner I've got kind of a chicken Caesar salad, but the little balls that we've got on here are the VFC spicy popcorn chicken balls. So they're vegan and they are coated in a cornflake coating, but it's really spicy and it's very spicy. So I've also got some lettuce, some red onion, some tomato, and what else have I got on here? Some Parmesan cheese. Got some of this Heinz Caesar dressing that I got in Farm Foods. Can't think what else I put in there. Oh, and some avocado. Yeah, thank you. And some avocado. And this is what we have for dinner tonight. It's kind of like a vegan chicken Caesar salad. It's not vegan obviously because I've got Parmesan and Caesar dressing, but this is what I'm having and I'm really looking forward to it. So I did promise the boys that I would make some cheeseburger pods. I have got a full recipe up on my channel. These are basically bao buns with a cheeseburger filling, and you use minced beef and all the other ingredients that you'd put in a cheeseburger. So this is the completed mixture, and in here I've got basically anything you would put in like a McDonald's burger. So I've got some American like style mustard. I have put some ketchup in here, but not a lot. I'm going to put some in the actual buns themselves. I've chopped up probably about 15 mini gherkins, or normal size gherkins, but I've chopped them really finely. We've got salt, pepper. I put a little bit of smoked paprika, some mixed herbs and a tiny bit of cayenne, salt and pepper. And then what I'm going to do now is I've made up my dough mixture as well, which I will show you. So like I said, I have made this before step by step. I've got the entire video, which I'll leave linked if you want the exact ingredients, the method and how much of everything I used. But in here we've got plain flour, baking powder, some sugar, salt, warm water, milk and vegetable oil. And then I've kneaded it all together, and then this has been in a warm oven, like turned off but so that the oven's warm, for an hour. Well, mine's actually been in about an hour and a half. So I'm going to divide this into 10, and then we're going to put cheese slice, ketchup and some of the minced mixture in each one. Squeeze them together into little buns, and then I think I'm going to try and use the pressure cooker to steam them, but I've never done that before, so we will see. And that's basically it. So let's have a look. So when it comes to assembly, I just rolled out my dough and cut it into about 10 pieces, and then each one of those I made into like a round shape and rolled them flat, and then you just pop in a cheese slice, some ketchup and some of your mixture, and then the fun begins where you have to try and twist it into a shape that isn't going to split open. I had a go and then the expert came in. Steve is so much better at doing this than I am, but I'm not going to tell him that. Also, I've put the bao buns in the steamer. Well, I've actually put them in the pressure cooker on the steamer function. I did the first lot for 12 minutes and this lot I've put in for 14 because the others will have sat for a little while by the time the new ones are done, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'll show you the sort of setup in a minute when I can open it. But I'm going to serve them with these cheese buldak hot chicken flavour ramen. We've had the carbonara ones and we absolutely love them. So we thought we'd try the cheese ones. You get a massive like noodle cake. I'm going to pop that in a pan. It's not a very big pan, is it? This is the cheese powder, and then this is the hot chicken sauce, I believe. So this is the spicy bit. This is what's going to make your soup really, really spicy. The last lot we had, I used half of one of these packets per 2 packs of noodles, and it was still really, really spicy. So I'm going to be extra careful. But yeah, I'm going to add the cheese powder and some water, and then some of the spice. And I'll show you it once it's all done. So these are from Amazon and we got 5 like individual packets and I think they're like £10 or £9.99 delivered. What was interesting when I was reading the packet is that the cheese powder actually contains mozzarella cheese, milk, roasted sesame and roasted lava. I'm not sure what lava is, L-A-V-E-R, I'll have to Google that. But then the sauce, it says that contains cheese. I didn't know there was cheese in it. I thought it was just spicy. So it contains cheese, soybean oil, chili pepper, habanero pepper, onion, garlic, chili, something else, curry seasoning, black pepper, celery. So this has actually got cheese flavouring in it as well. I thought this was just spice. Okay, so I have worked it out. The roasted lava that is in here is actually Chinese seaweed, roasted Chinese seaweed, it says. So that's what's in there as well. This is what the sauces look like. That one I've just dipped my finger in and it's really thick and really spicy, but very, very nice flavour. Very chickeny, and you can taste the cheese. And then in here you can see the little bits of seaweed in there and the cheese powder. So I've got my noodles boiling. I'm probably not doing it exactly as you're supposed to, but now they're starting to cook, I'm going to add in my cheese powder. And I'm going to let that cook through, and then I'm going to add a little bit of the other one as well, but not all of it. So this is what I did. I put my little trivet in and some water, when I remembered, in the bottom of the pressure cooker. And then I just put it's like an air fryer liner so that they didn't stick. I can't get too close because of the steam. And then I popped them in there, and I think they worked out better on about 14 minutes on the high steam setting. So that's what I've done. I'll show you it when I get them out. So this is what they look like when they come out of the pressure cooker, and I tried to get an inside shot. They're not the prettiest looking, but if you like bao buns and you like cheeseburgers, then they're really fun to make, especially if you give yourself a lot of time, because they can be a bit fiddly. We just served it with the buldak noodles. These aren't as nice as the carbonara ones in my opinion. I much prefer the pink packet, but they were still pretty good. So if you haven't seen my slow cooker chicken drumstick video yet, you must make sure you go and watch that. These were absolutely delicious. I cooked them in the slow cooker. They had an amazing marinade and sauce, and the meat literally just fell off the bone. It was so tender. And if you don't like chicken drumsticks, you could definitely do it with chicken thighs or something else, chicken breast maybe. But I will leave that video linked down below. Make sure you go and check it out because they were absolutely delicious. So I have decided to make a variation on a miso soup. I've never made miso soup before, but some of you might know that I went to Lidl Japanese Week and I bought loads and loads of different ingredients. One of them being some miso paste. This is a dark one. They had dark and light, but I chose dark. So in here I've chopped up some spring onions, some carrots and some mushrooms. I'm going to put some of the miso paste. I'm also going to put in one of these OXO aromatic Asian stock pots. I just thought the flavourings with lemongrass, ginger and chilli would really go nicely. And I'm also going to add some shredded chicken breast, some garlic, some red chillies, or red chilli flakes, I'm not sure which yet, and a ginger cube. And then I'm just going to pop some noodles in as well. I might also pop a little bit of this mirin sauce in as well, just because it's from the Japanese style range. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to pop some in. I'm just going to make, like, not a massive soup, but enough for a couple of days for lunches and things. So yeah, I will show you how it comes out. Cannot decide which one of these to put in, whether to use the udon noodles or the soba noodles. I think the udon might go nicer in a soup. I've added some of the mirin sauce. I've added a couple of teaspoons of the miso paste, and all my veg, I've chopped up a chicken breast and popped that in there. I'm going to put my noodles in. I put a ginger cube and I put some chilli flakes and a garlic cube. The stock pot, it's very gingery and it's got quite a kick to it, so I'm going to add some of these. I think maybe just one little strip. What it's looking like at the moment. So here's my attempt at making a Japanese style miso soup. It's very, very spicy. It's got a real good kick, loads and loads of ginger and mushrooms. The garlic's really good. The miso's giving it an amazing flavour. It's kind of like an earthy flavour is the only way I can really describe it. And yeah, the carrots, spring onions, chicken. So I'm going to go and enjoy this. And I've got 2 massive bowls left over as well, which is fantastic. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. Just kind of threw everything together, but it's exactly what I feel like I need today.
It's what you're doing, making me feel